It's 2 o'clock in the morning in the high desert of Taos. The town is asleep, wrapped in a blanket of total, undisturbed silence. Then, without warning, a low-frequency drone begins to bleed into the room. At first, it sounds like a distant diesel engine, but the pitch never wavers and the volume never, ever fades, whether you are sitting in a sealed bedroom or standing miles away in the open desert. For hundreds of residents in Taos, this inescapable noise became a waking nightmare. They were being held hostage by a sound with no identifiable source. The phenomenon didn't fade with the morning sun. For decades, the persistent drone spread, dragging more and more locals into its grip. The persistence of the frequency began manifesting in physical trauma, severe chronic insomnia, crippling severe anxiety, migraines, and spontaneous nosebleeds. Faced with mounting physical harm, the local government reached a breaking point. They demanded professional intervention to hunt down whatever was emitting the frequency. Local folklore was no longer enough to solve this. The town needed the scientific community to capture the invisible threat damaging their health. Expert research teams descended on the town, carrying the tools needed to triangulate the exact physical origin of the noise. They deployed highly sensitive microphones and frequency analyzers. This precision sound level meter was designed to capture the faintest acoustic shifts. If a sound wave can rupture blood vessels, it must leave a massive signature on these instruments. The researchers were confident. They positioned their arrays across the hardest hit neighborhoods and waited to catch the culprit on tape. As the hum reached its peak volume, victims stood directly beside the recording arrays, signaling exactly when the sound was most unbearable. The residents pointed to the noise, but the scientists looked down at their screens to find the waveform monitors were completely flat. Up until that moment, the town suspected a few usual suspects: classified military weapons, heavy underground machinery, or even extraterrestrial activity. But because the equipment detected no signal, every one of these external theories was systematically dismantled. Any mechanical source requires acoustic pressure, a physical wave of energy pushing against air molecules. You can map that pressure, you can record it. In Taos, the air was entirely empty. The human ear was buckling under the weight of a heavy frequency, while the world's best microphones proved the desert was silent. The equipment was flawless, yet it recorded a void. If the air in the desert was silent, then the sensor was simply looking in the wrong place. This lack of physical evidence points to a chilling possibility. The hum is not environmental, but is being generated entirely inside the human brain. This theory suggests that human neurology can fabricate an auditory illusion so intensely that the body reacts as if it were under a physical attack. The Taos hum may not be an acoustic mystery of the desert, but a localized mass glitch in human biology. Over 30 years later, the wide landscape of Taos remains as quiet and as loud as ever. Thousands of people worldwide still claim to hear the hum. Without a physical target to aim at, science remains powerless to locate or cure it. We assume our senses are stable instruments. In reality, our perception of the world is a fragile construction. At any moment, your own mind could start playing a destructive sound that doesn't exist, and no tool on earth will be able to turn it off.